these options.
And that's gonna
See
be
how he reacts.
Palutena. Oh my god, I was right. The fear is always right. Moving on to the first match between Jay and FuerzaDON. This is the showcase. They are fighting for their lives for top 32.
Yeah, let's go. We got now FuerzaDON going, starting with the speed art from the Monado. Let's see if he takes some advantage. Going now for the chill, avoiding those nair combos from Jay. Get the grab, gets advantage. What will he do to keep that Palutena outside of his stage? Right now, both Jay and FuerzaDON simply changing some aerial, some a little bit of damage. 58% for FuerzaDON, 20 only for Jay. But now FuerzaDON going for that backer, trying to keep Jay into that uncomfortable position and see if he can close that stock, waiting for the get up from Jay, but Jay responding, getting into the stage quite easily.
Yeah, it's a 48 against 66, and you can already tell this is gonna be a rather slow-paced match because they're still trying to figure out what to do against each other. They're not overcommitting with the neutral. They're not overcommitting to any option. They're just trying to figure out what's the next move that your opponent is gonna throw against you. And of course, we're sitting dancing around all the options that Palutena has to offer. Jay is just, as far as I can tell, he's just going for these short hop aerials options rather than just committing to raid into FuerzaDON's options of high jumping and high juggling, right? It's basically cheap damage at this point, and that has led us to be on an even percentage on both sides.
And it doesn't seem as if anyone is
Ooh,
going
that's a
to
nice
get the
flare.
opportunity to close it. But as I was about to say that FuerzaDON gets that, I think it was like a 2 frame with the fair.
Yeah, it was 2 frame forward there. It was a counter, girls. I know what that feels, right? I know. I've been there. I've done that. I understand your struggle. You had an idea, and then it just went away with the FuerzaDON's stuck. Well, with Jace's stuck.
Yeah, but now FuerzaDON going for the jump art. No, wow, he gets to avoid that upper, and with an excellent DI comes back into the stage. Yes, he will. He's going to avoid the edge guard from Jay. Right now, going for the Buster art. Let's see if he can get a huge damage output there. Going for the Nair, simply keeping Jay in the line, keeping Jay away a little bit as he gets the chance to get a little bit more damage from this advantage.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not like you expect that you're gonna 3-suck Jay by being at 181%, but you gotta take as much advantage as you can as long as you still have this suck lead and this percentage on your face, right? So, currently for FuerzaDON already at full rage. I feel like if any chance for FuerzaDON were to pull the Smash Monado, or the Smash Shard, I'm talking about the Smash Shard, right? It would basically delete Jay's stock at this point.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any smash art from FuerzaDON, only going for the speed, the jump, and the chill options. There you go, we're going for the speed again, trying to be in Jay's faces as much as possible, going for the chill to avoid the combos. Again, very good FuerzaDON, interrupting any opportunity he has got to extend those nair chains. He will go with the chill art and completely stop Jay's offensive.
Yes, it's 83 against 15%. Currently, FuerzaDON is just not overcommitting to anything. He's just waiting patiently for any kind of window that Jay opens up on his favor. And as soon as he does so, as the deep that he is, he's already landing more and more damage to Jay that he can actually give him the chance to, right? Like, of course, I'm losing. I'm already on the percentage disadvantage. Then I just gotta stop taking hits. But if I'm overcommitting with the neutral, if I'm still proposing with the neutral, then I'm gonna still give you windows for my opponent to be able to react on them, right?
Yeah, and FuerzaDON being really good to react and get those without overcommitting, getting those little bit damage up the way now on the 100% level. But now Jay getting those upper, going for the down throw into the fair, not quite getting it. But now FuerzaDON going with the jump board, trying. Ooh, We see the red. We see that red art. What is going for Salon to do? Oh my
Dangerous,
God!
dangerous situation, but
Ooh,
he manages to
ooh.
avoid every single one of them, but he overcommits to those rolls. Two rolls in a row, that's gonna be a danger zone. Almost landing that drag down up air in order to just follow up anything on FuerzaDON, but he doesn't quite get it. But the numbers are quite evening up slowly but surely, and as soon as I say so, the counter occurs attacks once again.
Yes, it does. The Jay is now in his last stock. Fuerzadon in his second one with only 98% now. With that Jay Fair now going again, going far away from each other, trying to think about how to get that opportunity. And Fuerzadon going with the speed art, getting a lot of damage from the speed art normally. Now again with the Fair in the corner. Jay is in a really dangerous position, going for that upper, but the shield art activates immediately and saves Fuerzadon from that punish.
Juggling from one offshore to the other, the arts are actually saving quite a lot of FuerzaDON's interactions. The fact that he's able to just change from one to the other mix ups Jay quite a lot, and I'm pretty sure that Jay may not have like the experience against Shulk, that the one that you were talking about, like Saltillo has a
Yeah,
lot of experience thanks to Arcangel, but I'm not entirely sure how many Shulks there are in Central America, right?
I don't know either. But right now, Jay going for those upper chains, and Fuerzadon is still in the speed art, not now taking a time, taking a breath there to think about how he is going to try to close this first match and try to get the advantage against the Costa Rican player.
Yes, and there's a jump art. At least FuerzaDON seems to be saving the smash art quite long. He doesn't want to commit to anything unless he's got the safe hit on Jay, because even though the smash art quite strong, you already know that it deletes the stocks quite fast and precisely. Unless you have it secured, then you're gonna take a heavy risk of getting him quite early.
And he for the Salon now going with the offensive style, going with the smash art.
Oh
We are
my
going
goodness
to have a
gracious!
timeout from for Salon. I think the first timeout in this match Factor 9.
Yeah, I actually didn't even see the time, right? I was so focused on the match itself that I forgot the entire existence of a timer, and damn, damn.
I'm not gonna lie. At some point in this match, I thought we were already playing the second
Yeah,
one.
I know it was gonna be slow pace, but I didn't think that it was gonna be like it was gonna reach that length, right?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, Forza being very patient, never overcommitting, never trying like to just rush
Yeah.
things. If you don't want to come near me, I don't want it either.
Yeah.
I got my Monadors. If you get close, if you're starting with those snares, I'm going with the chill art, and we're now changing into Byleth.
And there's a chain of characters. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if you're gonna, you have a slow pace, like slow pace match, right? But you have Palutena who's got maybe average
Speed?
acceleration, air speed, ground speed, and then you change to Byleth, who may have a lot of options to take on stocks quite early, but it's just much slower than Palutena is. So things may be getting even a little bit slower, or at least it's just afraid for the range that Byleth has to offer.
I don't know if Jay is also like trying to like get advantage from the huge hitboxes from Violet with that fair closing the first stock. I was going to say this, going for the smash attacks with Violet might be easier to close Fuerzadon's stocks, and he doesn't need to get as near
Yeah.
as with Palutena. The forward smash hits really far away, the forward, the backer hits
He
really
doesn't
far
have to
away.
commit that
Yeah.
much as he does with
Yeah.
Palutena, right? That's a trait that could be beneficial to Jay on this specific matchup, and it's already paying off, as you can already tell. He's have the lead against FuerzaDON. It's been 3 minutes winning the clock, and it's already all the way to the second stock, the first half of the second stock. You can tell that FuerzaDON is already struggling a little bit to get in against Byleth. Specifically, it's a weird interaction, right? Because Bali has these long hitboxes, this long range, and then it gets very close and very personal with the neutraler, and it's such a constant mix-up that throws you off on your spacing.
And now for Son trying to close in the range with the speed art, but not really trying anything but to reset the neutral, trying to go for the nair really low, trying to keep Jay, but he's not going to get it. Then Jay with the grab. Oh, I thought that was that was done for the second stock from FuerzaDON, but we're back in the stage. Again, really a slow match.
Yes, it's a snowball, slowly but surely going on Jace's favor. It's already 114%. It's the chance, the ledge trap, the edge guard. There's nothing. He just gives in the whole stage control to FuerzaDON, but manages to get it back onto his feet. And that's the last finishing blow for the backer, taking out the second stock. And Jace already looking a little bit more solid than he did with Palutena on the previous game.
Yeah, he's getting this backer, this surprise backer, like really like lonely backers that close the stock for him, and FuerzaDON not quite getting any chance or any opportunity to extend or confirm the stock, and still in the disadvantage, 71% already in his last stock, while Jay is still keeping his second stock. Very healthy second stock.
And that's gonna be the lasting quarter. That's the finishing blow. It's gonna be Jay's first match in his favor for the second match overall. And you know, as we were commentating this set, I actually got the idea, right? Like I was like, okay, but why is FuerzaDON so good against Palutena? And then I realized, Jace. That's the one factor that we were not taking the chance. It's not only that Jay may not have a lot of knowledge within that specific matchup, but also that FuerzaDON has a lot of knowledge specifically to Jay being the top Palutena and the #1 seed in the whole Guadalajara region.
Yeah, and I mean, Jace might be at the same level as Chad, just not traveling as much as him. But yeah, the top player in Guadalajara, he might be the reason FuerzaDON does as good with against Palutena as he showed us in the first match. And Jay going for a character change, even though he won last match, going for the Sephiroth now.
Even though Byleth work, he actually goes for Sephiroth, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally see no, like, I'm trying to put my words into something that's quite meaningful, but I am struggling with it. I don't see why he changed it, right?
The only thing I can think about is that FuerzaDON went for Final Destination, and Jay was okay. I'm not playing with Byleth in Final Destination.
Yeah, the lack of platforms may be a little bit of a struggle, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think about for this change. But still, I really don't know about what Jay was thinking about this counter pick. But right now, it's working out for him. 123% against the 58, and with a lot more menace for FuerzaDON with that sword. Now going for that O-piece in the corner, trying to get back and closing the first FuerzaDON stock with that backer.
And it's 63% against 0. This is gonna be Jace's side. It's favorable side on this game number 3, and things are looking actually quite solid for Jay. I mean, we saw Byleth from the game number 2, it was solid, but then this Sephiroth is actually bringing things different to the table that's working out against FuerzaDON. I'm not entirely sure if there's any kind of Sephiroth in Guadalajara, but it doesn't seem like that's the case as much as I see FuerzaDON struggle to get inside Sephiroth zone.
And I think it's Sephiroth is kind of like the same with Byleth. Jade doesn't have to go as near as with Palutena or commit as much as with Palutena. The huge hitboxes will help him keep the distance with FuerzaDON, not getting into his range, and still keep pushing and keep punishing and keep getting some damage.
Right. and it's gonna be 100% against 35%. It's still Jace's favor. Okay, and as far as I can tell, Barcelona is having quite a lot of trouble to even get inside into the stage. I mean, the fact that Sephiroth doesn't have, I mean, he's got range, right?
Yeah.
Sephiroth has a lot of range, but he doesn't exactly have the range to compensate. Like, it's just pretty much linear, right? And the
Yeah.
frame that it's not in his favor. But even still, there's a lot of volume that comes from Jace's side.
Yeah, but I think that's also the thing to go against Jay. He's going to change character each match, so you're not able to to adapt.
Download them.
Yeah, because
You're not able to adapt.
he not only changes the character, he changes the whole playstyle, the whole game plan. He changed in like playing against another rival of completely.
Yeah, you're playing against a different character, you're playing against a different person. Every single time the game changes up the pace, changes up the character is just someone entirely different. And of course, it leaves a lot less room to be able to adapt, and that's exactly what we see FuerzaDON is struggling with. But surprisingly not, there's still 3 minutes 24 seconds, so of course the pace of the match has been slowing down exponentially as deeper as it gets towards the Don's disadvantages.
And Jay closing out the FuerzaDON second stock with that really far fair, but FuerzaDON now taking the first stock from Jay Sephiroth, and now with a whole stock deficit, he is going to work and trying to take this back from the Costa Rican player, from the Central American player. We'll see if he is going to be able to, but right now Jay with those OPs trying to get control of the stage, trying to get into the center and take FuerzaDON out of it, and he's going
That's gonna
for
be
the down air.
it. That's the
Ooh.
spike. That's the message. That's a whole paragraph that just lets us know what Jay has been made of. The fact that he has made it this far winning the bracket, the fact that he's made it this far against FuerzaDON, and of course the dominance that he showcased with Sephiroth. I don't think that he's gonna change for the next match at least.
I really don't know with Jay, but we might see.
And that was a little bit more convincing than the Byleth was, right?
Yeah, it does. It was almost the Tristan.
Yeah.
Almost get the Tristan. As you said, he's going to keep the Sephiroth going. We're going into small battlefield.
That's gonna be battlefield. It's gonna be FuerzaDON small battlefield counter pick, and we're going back into Sephiroth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this stage kind of actually works for Sephiroth. He's got a lot more room to use the falling upper. He's got a lot more room to use the off field. I mean, if you go for the falling upper at the very middle of the stage, you're actually gonna be taking chances on both platforms, on both.
What a good confirmation from Jay there, with the side B connecting with the tilt, and he gets with the zero to death the first stock from FuerzaDON, who is right now trying to do something about it, putting himself into the game. 20% for each of these players. Starting this second stock for FuerzaDON. Still Jay with a really healthy first stock. Seems that if FuerzaDON don't start with a more offensive game plan, this will not work out in his favor.
Yes, and it's 38%, 44%. FuerzaDON is looking a little bit on the struggle. I mean, that's something that I've already said before, but as long as things don't update on the way that they interact with each other, then we're still left behind with the same work that we have proposed for what's being shown at us, right? If things keep the same pace, if things keep the same pattern, then we gotta keep the same argument. FuerzaDON is still struggling. FuerzaDON is still not finding any comfort within the stage, not finding any suitable place to land on, because Jay is just one step ahead and landing all those blows that keep on growing all that percentage lead.
What was that? What a nice two from Jay, closing out the FuerzaDON second stock. Let's see if FuerzaDON can take at least one stock from Jay in this last match. At least for him, if he does not do something about it, he now get finally first stock from Jay, but right now he's in a really uncomfortable and dangerous position in this match. Almost match point for Jay. FuerzaDON trying to go into the game 5 in this uh, top 128 match with
Yeah.
Jay. Let's see Jay going for that up smash in center stage.
And that's
Trying,
exactly what I was talking about.
yeah,
The fact that the up smash and the upper, they cover
yeah.
both platforms. So you gotta really take in count that because you have nowhere to land. That's exactly why I'm struggling to understand the counter pick that was made by FuerzaDON on this specific stage. I can tell that maybe he went for the gimmicks of using the smash art for the early stock, for the early lead, but you're given a lot of room to breathe for Jay and to cover on you.
What a nice read from Jay. What a nice wait there in center stage. The premonition from FuerzaDON, and he's going to close Jay's second stock. There is still hope for the player from Guadalajara.
Yes, it's 147% as long as he keeps his living on, as long as he keeps on racking up damage against Jay, he still has a lot of chance, and that's exactly where
Ooh.
that's exactly where that purple art comes into play. The fact that you manage so much damage on your opponent with that art specifically can be such a clutch factor on this specific type of situations.
And FuerzaDON is starting to be inspired by the Monado art. The smash art is in play. FuerzaDON is trying to take this back from Jay, going for a surprise there in the corner. Jay, let's try to roll in, roll out, trying to avoid the punish from FuerzaDON. Now with the jumper, going for that really. Oh my God!
I was
no.
believing. I was beginning to believe. FuerzaDON was so close, so close to clutching that out. I was getting my high hopes, man, but it just took one single hit. It just took one single blow. You had to go unarmed for at least 2 whole minutes in order to clutch that out. So I don't blame Porcedon at all. That was a especially great performance on that specific last out. Talks
Yeah,
a lot about this player and the endurance that he's showcasing us. The fact that the resilience that he holds in order to just not drop the stock, not drop the game, not drop the chance to upset Jay, but eventually Jay just overcomes that, right?
yeah. FuerzaDON in that last talk, it seemed like he understood the Sephiroth match. He trying to. He was
It
getting
was the
those.
third eye finally opening
Yeah,
up.
yeah, he was getting those aerials, chains, trying getting some damage in his favor, trying to close the stock, but I think that was too late into the match. It wasn't enough to get into Jay's Jay's game plan.